Hello.
Hello everybody, hi. Welcome to our Year 1 home learning. We're just going to show you a very quick video, something that might be nice to end last week's work on subtraction before you move on to this week's activities, because this week we've got lots of new terminology. We're looking at finding the difference, and so we just show you a couple of nice activities you can do at home to wrap up last week's learning. So Ruby, you're going to sit nicely for me. We're going to do a few more subtraction sums, just using all the skills that we were focusing on and learning last week, and we're going to try and use as many different methods or as much terminology as we can. So, on the table we've got some things that obviously you may not have access to yourself. We've got some maths equipment like some Numicon, some cubes. I do know some people have been spending their hard-earned money on some stuff off Amazon, so really well done if you have done. But obviously if you haven't got any of this stuff in the home, you can find some other stuff. We just find some dried pasta out the cupboard. Toys are always really good to use because Ruby likes to play with the Sylvanians after she's used them to help her with her maths. So if Charlie was doing this, he'd probably choose some of his toy cars. And then anything edible. We've got some nice chocolate buttons here that we're going to use, maybe one of our part whole models. And then you can always eat the chocolate buttons afterwards again. Amazing. So, Ruby, let's have a look at some of these subtraction sums. We're going to try and use all the different maths language that we've been learning to read these sums, and then we're going to try and work out the answers. So, you're going to have a go at reading this first one for me at the top, Ruby.
7 take away 3 equals.
Very good. So we're trying to find out the answer to this subtraction, or this takeaway. So Ruby said 7 take away 3 equals. Now, do you know the answer, Ruby? What's the answer?
4.
4. Okay, now lots of children will do that probably now that they're really good at takeaway. What I'm going to say to you, Ruby, is prove it. Prove it. Okay? Telling me it's 4 is good, but I want you to show me that it's 4. So which of these things do you want to use to show me that 7 take away 3 equals 4? Sylvanians. Okay, so how many Sylvanians did we have to start with? We could even try and make up a little number story for this one. 7 Sylvanians. What were the 7 Sylvanians doing, Ruby?
They were playing a maths game.
Okay, very good. Check. Oh, well spotted. Well done. Check you've got 7. That's always important.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Very good. If we miscount this beginning number, then the whole thing will go wrong, won't it? Then can you put a story to your subtraction sentence? 7 Sylvanians were playing a maths game, and then what happened?
3 didn't want to play.
Oh, no. Okay. 3 didn't want to play anymore. So what did they do?
They went inside and played with their car.
Okay, off they go then. Bye-bye. Oh, very good. And you moved them all together. You didn't even have to count them. How many were we left with?
4.
4. I think that proves it. I think that absolutely proves it, Ruby. Really well done. Do you want to write your answers, concentrating on your number formation? Very good. No reversals. If we do get a reversal, nothing to panic about, but we can always just have a go at practicing writing it the right way around. Very good. Should we read the whole thing back one more time?
7 take away 3 equals 4.
Brilliant. Right, next one, a little bit different this time. This time we're missing part of our number sentence, aren't we? And let's see if we can use some different maths words for our symbols this time. So we've used take away and we've used equals. Let's see if we can put some different words in here. Let's try.
9.
Nice and loud so they can hear you on the video. 9.
Minus something
Is
is the same as 5.
very good. 9 minus something is the same as 5. Now, do you know what that answer is?
4 still.
Oh, you think it's 4 still? How do you know that? Because we had a practice before the video. Yeah. And also, if your child again shouts out the correct answer, let's use that terminology in prove it, or another good one to use is convince me. If I'm an alien that's landed, I want you to convince me that 9 take away, you think it's 4, is the same as 5. Okay, so our part whole model might be a good one for this. And how about we get out our chocolate buttons?
Yeah.
Right, how many were there? What is the whole number in this subtraction sum? How many were there to start with? 9. So we need 9 in our whole. Very good. Remember to get the whole to start with, because if we miscount here, And the whole number sentence will not be correct. Right, do you want to double check you've got the correct amount?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Some lovely one-to-one correspondence there when you were counting. It would be really good to keep the finger in line with the numbers. Well done. 9, very good. Now we know that the end part of this sum, or this calculation, is 5, don't we? So what can we do with 5 of those chocolate buttons?
Put them in one.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say eat them. Put them in one of the parts. Because we know that's one of our parts. This calculation, this number sentence. Very good. And what can we see straight away there, Ruby? What have you showed me? That leaves us with the other part being
4.
4. Very good. Should we move them into the other part just so we can see? Very good. Now you could go on to record the numbers in your part whole model.